Have you ever met someone who just has it? They walk into a room and heads just start turning. People just seem to gravitate towards them when they just start talking. Listen, it's not always just about looks, money, or clout, but it's something way deeper. A raw, natural magnetism that just draws people in. The crazy part is, most of them don't even try. These are the things that separate those who effortlessly draw people in from those who constantly feel ignored. Let's get into it. So the first habit that I want to get into talking about is the power of subtle dominance. Confidence is magnetic, but not just any type of confidence. It's a quiet kind of dominance that makes people respect and gravitate towards you. It's called non-reactivity. Non-reactivity means you don't get shaken up. You hold your own ground. When someone teases you, you don't get defensive. You calm down, you assess the situation, and you see how to approach it. You take a second to think about the situation before responding. You don't react, you respond. When things go wrong, you don't panic either. It's all the whole process about being stoic, you learning how to control your emotions in the moment. And this applies to just anybody. You don't want to let your emotion decide or be the deciding factor about what you decide, because chances are you might regret that decision. So take a second, take a deep breath, calm down, assess the situation, and find the best route or the best solution to that situation. And with like everything in life, guys, you respond, not react. So the next time someone tries to get a response out of you, pause for a second, then take a second to respond right back to them and assess the situation. You want to see how you can de-escalate the situation without having to be emotional, because chances are people are doing it out of attention or trying to check your ego. But if you show them that you're non-reactive to it, then more than likely they're going to stop, and they're gonna feel embarrassed and make a fool out of themselves, because they're gonna seem like the ones that are more emotional, not you. You also want to slow down your speech. Any speech that's super rushed is gonna make it seem like you're very nervous and like you've never done this before, and like you don't have confidence. You want to appear more confident to other people, and so when you take the time to speak, like how I'm doing to you guys, it's going to show more confidence to other people, and it's going to show that you can do this. You're not going to build it over time, so this is going to take some practice. Take some time to maybe record yourself, slow down your patterns, and then continue to keep doing it consistently. Remember, a measured pace is just going to show so much more confidence. Also remember, control your body language. Stay still. So that means no fidgeting, no grabbing your phone all the time, no moving your hands, no looking around. You want to stay still, because stillness is power. Just be still, observe your surrounding, observe the room, and pay attention to everything that's going on. You don't want to be fidgeting too much. You don't want to move around too much. Just stay still. The second habit I want you guys to master is the art of mystery. Yes, you need to be mysterious. Magnetic people know how to keep so much mystery about themselves. They tend to not overshare, and they don't always feel like the need to always explain themselves all the time. They let the mystery create a aura or a sense, or make them more charismatic about them. Have you noticed when you leave a little bit of information out, people gravitate more towards you? It leaves them intriguing for more. It leaves the situation and about yourself to be more intriguing, which is going to have people crave for more information about you. This creates an illusion that hey, there's probably something so much more importance about you. Because think about it, guys. If you know the whole story about someone, or you know everything about someone, they just seem too predictable, and there's no fun in that. So the next time you have a conversation with someone, be mysterious. Share a little bit, but not too much. Just enough to leave them asking more questions. You want to let people use their imagination to fill in the blanks. That way, they can create a perfect image about you. I'm not saying you're going to be the most perfect person, but the more mystery, the more of an imagination, the more curiosity there is about you. So the way that you're going to implement this, guys, you're going to answer questions in a way that's going to make people ask for more. So for example, guys, instead of saying I'm just a personal trainer, you're going to say I help people transform in ways they never thought possible. This is going to lead them to have curiosity and just try to imagine what kind of job you have possible. It's gonna then lead them to ask even more questions about you, and not just about what you just talked about, but you're gonna see more interesting, and that person is gonna tend to ask more questions about your other parts of life. See how those two things almost mean the same thing, except one just tells everything, there's no further questions to ask, and the other one leaves for more open-ended questions to be asked. Trust me, this is gonna make you seem like the most interesting character there is. The third habit, guys, that I want you to implement is the effortless command of presence. Presence is everything. It's the ability to make someone feel like they're the only person in the room when you're talking to them. And one of the easiest ways to master this is by having deep listening. One of the books that taught me the best about this is How to Win Friends and Influence People. In that book, the more you listen, the less you talk about yourself, the more the person's gonna feel like they had the most interesting conversation with you. Most people just listen to just respond and have something to say right away. But magnetic people listen to understand fully about what the other person says. So that means paying attention to certain parts of the story that they're telling you about. If you're on a date and you're a guy, chances are, if you want the date to go smoothly, you're gonna want to listen to the girl you're on a date with. Don't just start talking about yourself and your accomplishments. Let her do most of the talking, and actually pay attention to what she's saying. So that's gonna involve your listening skills. Catch key points to the story and ask it back. And ask genuine questions, guys. Don't just ask rhetorical questions that seem like they're gonna go nowhere. Just ask to ask. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. If you want to come off more charismatic, you need to ask questions about the story she's talking about or whatever she's talking about. And don't make the mistake of looking at your phone when someone's talking to you. Make eye contact with them. Show that you're listening. Nod sometimes. Even say yes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Any of those sounds or saying yes shows that you're responsive. You're communicating to them that you are actually listening to them. This lets them know like, hey, this person's actually paying attention, and they won't get bored with what they're talking about. Because if you seem like you're bored, they're gonna seem like they're bored as well. And then the conversation is just not going to last. So if you want the conversation to keep going and you want to end off on a high note, stay and look engaging. I don't care if you have to tell yourself, hey, give yourself cues, look at the person, nod. If you have to tell yourself in the head, nod, not at this time, say yes, mention, wow, that's interesting. Do those, do that. Give yourself commands and cues. I do this to myself all the time. I'm my own coach inside my own head, believe it or not. When I'm talking to people, I am so self-conscious about how I am appearing to them. I want to seem like I'm super engaging to them, because that's going to create such a better conversation, and it's going to build a better relationship with the person. Some subtle cues you can do is you can mirror the person's body language. That way it seems like you are actually engaging. If you're facing this way while the person's talking to you, that's a sign of looking disinterest. Whether you don't mean it that way, in their subconscious mind, we automatically think that when someone's turned away from us, they just seem disinterested. Don't believe me? Try the next time you go out and talking to a friend or you're on a date. Turn your body language somewhere else, or turn your body language towards them if you want to try it, and you'll see their reaction. Chances are, if you're facing them and you're mirroring their body language, they're gonna be more engaging, and they're gonna have a smile on their face, and they're gonna be more enthusiastic about whatever they're talking about, which is what you want. During the conversation, you also want to pause for 1 to 2 seconds. That way it can seem like the words matter a lot. It also creates an intriguing part of the conversation. It just lets the person know, you're absorbing whatever they said, and you're not just talking just to talk, just responding just to respond. This also slows down the pace. It shows more confidence as well, because you're not nervous. When you're nervous, you tend to talk a lot faster. But when you're more confident and you've done this a bunch of times, you tend to talk slower, deeper, more with your chest. Your posture's better. This lets the person know that you're not just daydreaming and thinking about something else, like your mind is not in another place. You're actually paying attention. You're making eye contact, all that good stuff. So if you want to become the most magnetic version of yourself, go ahead and subscribe now. Now let's get back to the video. So guys, the fourth habit that I want you guys to implement is drawing people in. So bringing them closer to you. Magnetic people don't just walk into a room. They bring a whole vibe to them. Have you noticed this, like an aura around them? They control the energy of the room, not the other way around. And one of the easiest ways to do this, guys, is with warm dominance. Warm dominance is the perfect mix of confidence and approachability. It's that balance of, I own this place, but I also want to make you feel welcome as well. Think about it, guys. You don't want to only make it about yourself. You also want to make sure the person feels very welcome. Because if you want an enthusiastic response towards you or an enthusiastic conversation, you have to look welcoming. You don't want to cross your arms, turn away. You want to have an open body language. That's what's going to gravitate people more towards you when you're in an event, at a place, or you want someone to approach you. You want to walk into a room like you belong, but you also want to make sure other people feel like they belong in that same place too. So you want to make it feel like, hey, like I am that guy, but you also don't want to come off arrogant as well. You want to be confident, not cocky. There's a difference. You want to smile genuinely, but not too much as well, because it could come off as needy, or it could come off as you just trying to please them. So smile, have a genuine warm smile. Don't do this fake smile. You want to show some teeth, so something like this. This right here is my genuine smile. I mean, chances are when you look at someone in the gym, or you have gone to a grocery store or any other place, people are giving you this fake smile. That typical smile, that 100% reactive smile, is not gonna cut it. You wanna practice your smiling. So go in the mirror, find your smile, know what it feels like, practice it so you have muscle memory behind it. I know, it sounds a little ridiculous, but I'm telling you, since I have implemented this, even sometimes since I've already gotten good at this, by no means I'm the most expert, I'm 100% perfect, but I've mastered this. I still go in the mirror and still make sure I still got it. It's a skill I don't feel like losing, and it's helped me start conversations with people and invite people and make them feel like they're more welcome. Instead of waiting for people to start the conversation, take the lead and be the one to start the conversation. Be the one to introduce people. Set the tone. All right, I want you guys to take the initiative and being the one that connects people, being the one that approaches someone. Not only will this build more confidence, but this will come off as more genuine because you're the one who took the initiative to do it. To them, you're gonna come off as like a leader. Not only that, guys, more than likely, most people are shy. So if you could be the one to start the conversation, you can bridge that gap of having to network with people. Because more than likely not, because if they don't do the approach and then you're not doing it, a connection cannot happen. One of you two has to take the direct approach. And I want that to be you. Not only will this build your social skills, but it will make you more confident in approaching people, and you're gonna be able to network with so many people. One of the goals for this year, for me at least, I've been wanting to network with so much more people. And lastly, guys, the fifth and final habit that I want you to implement to seem more magnetic is the law of scarcity. People don't value things that is easy to get. And that's with anything. You go into the grocery store, or you're going to go buy a watch or jewelry or clothes. Chances are, if you found out that day they only have two of that said item, you're more than willing to buy it that same day, because you're gonna go in your mind and go to the possibility that if the next time you come back to that store, that item might not be there. Think about it. If you know they easily already have everything there and there will always be an option to get that said item, you would just tell the person, hey, I'm gonna come back another day and get it. It doesn't push the person to jump on the situation right then and there. So with your time, I want you to be very scarce. Magnetic people understand the power of scarcity. When they're not easily accessible and they can't just give their time to just anyone, it makes people respect and value their time so much more. I noticed, guys, when I said no to more stuff, I actually get invited to much more events. because they know how much more valuable my time is. They're always not the first person to text back, and they're always not the first person to overcommit on their time. You don't want to say yes to everything, because then that just means your time is not that valuable. If you being on your purpose, you also have other stuff and priorities. You have to work on that. So scarcity is going to put you in a much more powerful position. This is how you're going to do it when you're having conversations with people or you're around anyone. You want to be friendly and engaging, but don't be just available right away. And as toxic as this sounds, guys, occasionally be the last one to reply. Don't reply right away, but you also want to be the last one to reply. You don't want to seem like you're not busy, but obviously you have to be actually busy. People will call your bluff if you're not really busy. But with that, they're going to be very understanding, and they're going to understand that, like, hey, when they get your time, they're going to make use of it. And there's going to be a much more valuable time. It's going to be more fun. It's going to be more enthusiastic. Sometimes you're going to want them to be the ones to initiate the plans, because think about it, you're not available all the time. So you might not be the one that has the time available to initiate the plan. But when you let them do it, they're probably better at doing it anyways. You're busy on your purpose, let them do it. When you have your own priorities, you don't become too eager to please people. And people respect that, believe it or not. When you're not too eager to please, people are gonna have so much respect for you, and you're gonna come off as a much more valuable person. A high value person, I should say. And there you have it. 5 unspoken habits that make you super magnetic. They're the real behaviors that separate those from who effortlessly draw people in from those who constantly get ignored. Which one are you going to start using today? Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you got any value from this, hit that like button and turn on your notifications for more game-changing habits. I'll see you guys in the next one.